Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Silencer105 and in today's video, I'm going to be telling you about my first impressions of my all-new ROG Ally. I want to say one thing first before we get into the review. A lot of people that are looking into portable gaming are choosing between the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck. And the reason for me why I chose the ROG Ally over the Steam Deck is because I knew that the main game I was going to be playing was Black Ops 3 Zombies. I know, it's such a shocker, right? And so I know because it's an older game, at 1080p, it would still handle it fine. And it does, and I'll talk about it a little bit later in the review. But that was the first reason, and then the other reason I chose it over the Steam Deck was because of the game selection. So I can do Steam, I can do Xbox Game Pass, I can do Battle.net, I can do Epic Games, I can do EA games. It's literally a Windows computer, so you have more game options. So those were the two main reasons I chose the ROG Ally over the Steam Deck. The first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the ROG Ally is how does it feel? Because obviously it's a handheld gaming device, and it feels really solid. When it comes to the build quality of the ROG Ally, there's a lot to say about it. The buttons feel very good when pressed. They feel very solid. There's no like double clicking or anything like that. The thumbsticks are well made and move around smoothly. The D-pad has good solid clicks and the triggers feel very good when pressed. And on top of that, you have two customizable paddles on the back of the device. Now I know a lot of people wonder about the battery life. And for me, it's not really an important thing because if I'm traveling for some reason, I'm gonna have power on the plane. If I'm going on a work trip, I'm gonna have power in the hotel room. Like, it's just not a big concern of mine. And I know it is a concern to some people, but if that's one of your concerns, it's not gonna be talked about in this video. The next thing I wanna talk about when it comes to the ROG Ally is the screen. And the screen is my favorite part. It comes with a 1080p screen with a refresh rate of 120 frames a second. And it looks amazing. The colors are deep and the contrast is well balanced. This is definitely one of the areas where the ROG Ally significantly outperforms the Steam Deck. When it comes to performance, the ROG Ally does not disappoint, especially for me playing Black Ops 3 Zombies. As you can see here, resolution is set to 1080p and settings are all maxed out. The ROG Ally is plugged in and set to turbo mode, which is using 30 watts of power. I know some of you will ask, how long can I do that before it overheats? During my recent work trip, I played a round of Zombies and got to round 35, with the settings being the same as they are here and the device being plugged in. And it averaged over 80 FPS the whole time, with the lowest FPS I saw during the game was only 72 FPS. So it performs very well. Now if you want to play without turbo mode, you can bump the resolution down to 720p and only using 15 watts of power, still get well above 80 frames per second. Now the ROG Ally is not a perfect device. The hardest part about owning this device is setting it up. Setting it up took me about an hour, when I know setting up a Steam Deck, because one of my friends has it, only takes about 10 minutes. So if you take the time and set up the ROG Ally the way you want it, with all the settings and updating all the things, then it works wonderfully. But yes, setup can be a pain. So what do I think about the ROG Ally in conclusion? I think it rocks, and here's why. One of the reasons I've always wanted a PC was so that I could play custom zombies, because you can't do that on a console. And at the same time, I didn't really want to spend $1,500 on a PC. So I picked up the ROG Ally, and then I found out you can connect it to a TV, which means that I can connect it to my capture card. So now, not only do I have a portable gaming device that I spent under $1,000 for, now I can hook it up to a monitor and I can take it places. It's a wonderful device. If you are on the fence about getting the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck, still do your due research. But for me, ROG Ally all the way. There's a lot more customization and there's a whole nother level of performance that is unlocked with the ROG Ally. I really hope you enjoyed this mini review of the ROG Ally and go get one for yourself with my discount code. Just kidding, I don't actually have a discount code for you, but what I do have for you is some great content for you to go check out. Now go like the video and have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time.